We know that a healthy diet is important in fighting chronic illnesses and looking and feeling your best. But it's not only the choice of foods that we eat that affects our health, it's also the way that we prepare our food that's very important. Cooking food in oil on high heat causes dangerous carcinogens to be released and mixed in with our food, which is bad for our bodies in so many ways. Also, adding water decreases the nutritional value of your food. The Zepter system lets you cook vegetables, for example, in their own natural juices, so they retain all of their nutrients and making them so flavorful that you don't even need to add salt, which is another way to avoid eating unhealthy. The Zepter cookware system is a unique and patented solution that lets us prepare food in a way that is not only healthy and flavorful, but also contains no dangerous substances. Cooking with a stackable masterpiece cookware system is a practical, beautiful way to let you serve your food straight from the stove to the table. You save time, and most importantly, it allows you to cook in a way that protects your health. Because the Zepter cookware is of the highest quality surgical steel with a solid multi-layer base, it lets you prepare food without the need of oil or water and without sticking. At the same time, you can avoid using Teflon, which unfortunately scratches easily, and with every scratch you get that additional carcinogenic substance added to your food. Teflon also tends to warp, whereas the Zepter cookware has a lifetime guarantee of never warping, and it's highly resistant to scratching. All of this ensures that you are preparing food for you and your family in the healthiest possible way, and with cookware that will last for generations. Let me first show you how to make chicken in a simple Zepter frying pan. You'll see how you don't need oil or water. The chicken will retain its shape, it will not shrink, and it will retain all of its nutrients and flavors will be sealed in, so you don't even need to add salt. Remember, salt, sugar, flour, and fat, the 4 white deadly substances you want to avoid. With this method, meat cooks in its own natural juices and flavors for the healthiest possible way to prepare chicken. So as you can see, this chicken the pan is conducting heat really well, and I put the chicken in the pan while the pan was cold. So there's no need to heat the pan, you just put the chicken in. You can't really turn it until it's ready, so don't try to turn it until you see that the chicken is turning a little bit white around the edges. So just let it heat up nicely. This is a little thicker piece, so it'll take some time. But you see it's already starting to get a little bit white around the edge there. And you can try it a little bit. I mean, you can test it, see if it's ready to be turned. Not yet. Sizzling away, smells good already. When you put oil in the pan, not only is it unhealthy to heat oil to really high temperatures, but it also actually shrinks the meat, shrinks the chicken. As you can see, this is kind of retaining its shape. And it's going to retain all its nutrients. It's going to be just much more flavorful, so you don't even have to add that much salt. And of course, you can't do that with every pan because this is a really high quality metal and very thick bottom. Excellent quality pan, conducts heat really well. So let's see. See if we can turn it now. Oh, looks like it's ready. You see that? That's beautiful. Didn't even stick. This one as well. Turn it. Now, if you want it to be juicier, more of a sort of a cooked chicken, you can have the top on, and then it's has that juicier effect. If you want that barbecued effect, then you leave the top off. And this is very, very high heat, and that's where you have that nice finish to the chicken as well. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to cook your whole dinner here in just the one single tower of the Zepter cookware. You have your pasta. Just add some water, of course. And inside you do have this nice little handy mesh that when you pull it out, it comes straight out like that. Then we put our vegetables on top. Okay. And we're also ready to put our dessert on top of that. And the dessert's going to be nice green apples. We cover that. And on top of this area, we put the final pot, which is this one. And that's going to be our cream and honey and cinnamon, which we will put on top of our apples. Now, the reason I'm using honey is because, as I said, sugar is one of the 4 white deadly substances: salt, sugar, fat, and flour. So we want to try to avoid that as much as we can. And then that's just going to cook nicely on top and all come together like this. And we put that on our heat source, and it all cooks at the same time, and it's ready when you are ready to eat. So there it is. You have your chicken, you have your pasta with vegetables, sauce, and Parmesan cheese, and poached apples with sauce, cinnamon and honey cream sauce on top. You have your entire dinner thanks to the Zepter cookware system, and you only used basically 1, or actually if you want to say 2, heat sources with the chicken. But in this particular system, you can do your entire dinner, and it allows you to cook food in a healthy way without the use of oil or water. Try it. I absolutely love the Zepter VAXI system of food storage, which helps food last so much longer in your refrigerator. It will save you money because you will never throw away food again. I don't know if you have picky eaters at home like I do, but my kids absolutely refuse to eat leftovers. And I have to admit, I don't blame them, because meals that overnight in your refrigerator just don't taste as good as freshly made food. Or have you ever gone to a very expensive restaurant and brought some of the food home only to find that it doesn't really taste as good the next day? Well, there is a scientific reason for this, and in one word, it's air. Air causes food to spoil quickly, even in your refrigerator. But Zepter's VAXI storage system is a vacuum which takes all the air out of your container, allowing food to last 3 to 5 times longer than just storing it in an ordinary container. It is so practical that you can simply serve your pasta, for example, straight from the stove to the table, then just cover your meal, close the seal, use the VAXI air pump to take all the air out, and seal in the freshness, lock the container, and put it in your refrigerator. Another wonderful thing about the VAXI system is that the containers are made out of glass, which means you can store and then microwave your food safely, while we know that microwaving plastics is unhealthy because of the chemicals that are released, which are carcinogen. And these are highest quality VAXI plastic containers, and they're great for storing cookies and other dry goods. And when they're sealed with our vacuum sealer, they stay fresh much, much longer without spoiling than if you use an ordinary container.